Monumental Baptist Church has been a beacon of faith and service in Memphis for generations, and today we're talking with the man now leading its future. Joining us, newly crowned Monumental Baptist Church pastor, Reverend Mike J. Collins Jr. Congratulations and thank you so much for coming in. What an honor.
Thank you for having me, Kanji. I appreciate being here. I love Live at 9, but I also love Memphis. So
yes.
Happy to be here.
Same too. I love Memphis myself. Well, first of all, for anyone who may not be as familiar with, just the full civil rights history of Monumental, can you just talk about the legacy of this great church?
So the Monumental Baptist Church was on the cutting edge right out front during the civil rights movement. Reverend Samuel Billy Kyles led a lot of the efforts. Of course, many of us know that he was there on the balcony when Dr. King was shot. But many of ministers have come and graced the pulpit at Monumental Baptist Church to add grace and guidance around how we're going to overcome, if you will, when you had water fountains that were for colored only, or there were days that the zoo could only entertain colored people, or you only had to come at this time.
On Tuesdays,
yes.
And then I remember that.
So Monumental Baptist Church, people came to be refreshed, they came to be guided, they came to be uplifted. And so that church has a strong history in civil rights throughout this Memphis community and also nationally.
How does this feel to step into the shoes of Reverend Kyles and to just move into this next era of Memphis and beyond?
It's a place that you walk in, its history. And so the church has two sanctuaries. And the East Sanctuary is where he stood back in the 50s and 60s and proclaimed the word of God and gave encouragement to people. And I was standing there some days ago and just standing there, and I just could see the room being filled. And what does that feel like for people to come and sit and hear from you and other ministers around? What should we do? How should we move? Non-violently, but what does that look like? And for people to come and be refreshed and guided by the word of God, it does something to me. And so to be able to stand there now and for people to look at me and ask me, what is God telling you to tell us? How do we move now? And although we're not in a civil rights era, there are things that still need to be conquered.
Let's talk about that. I mean, we're in an interesting political climate. Memphis is a majority African-American city, the cradle of civil rights. What are some of the issues that you have on your mind socially when you look in that space?
I think making sure that our children have access to great educators, great schools and the like, but also how do we enhance small businesses, especially in the minority environments? Do people know how to have access to capital? Do they know that this is what I do to sustain my business along with my talent? And so these are things that we have to conquer. Gentrification is coming through, but how do we ensure that people are not being pushed out of their homes and they're not being marginalized, but also they're being shepherded into a place where they can still have great housing, and we help subsidize those kinds of moves throughout a city. And so I think there are things that are not necessarily, quote unquote, we shall overcome, but there are things that still depress us and compress us, if you will.
And how, as a pastor, do you step into those spaces? Because everything's just kind of shifting with the internet and technology, and it's just like this new type of space that you are ushering the church into.
And I think the church has seen many episodes throughout its enhancement. And I think, and I like to say that time is always changing. We're new to the planet. And now we have these wonderful edifices, but churches used to be just a tent. Then it was a tabernacle. Then it was a building. Then they got air conditioning. Then they had comfortable pews. But how we get the word of God out now moves beyond the pulpit. Social media platforms. We have young people who take our devotionals and they send them out Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And so I could be on my couch, I can be at my table, and I can hear what thus saith the Lord. And we're not tele-evangelists, but the word of God can move beyond a pulpit, a sanctuary. So I think that with technology now, how can they hear without a preacher? But the word can move in many different directions at any given time globally.
Any partnerships you're looking to make as you move forward, or just that are top of mind for you?
Absolutely. I want to work with those churches along the Parkway, Praise on the Parkway, if you will. And I've talked with Pastor Stewart at Christ and Pastor Troy at St. Andrew and Pastor Gillespie. And we want to work together, Pastor McPherson at New Bethel, around the work that we can do in that South Memphis community, but not only with the faith-based community, but also with the nonprofit, also with local government, as we talked about, making sure that we can put parameters and borders on how to protect the residents of a South Memphis community.
And we have, and your location, just so everybody knows, we put that on the screen there. Any final quick word?
And just come and visit us. I think we want to be a multi-generational church. For our seniors, for our middle age, and also for our youth and our young adults, that we have to make sure that we are reaching all audiences on any given day, any given Sunday.
Reverend Mike Collins Jr., congratulations and thank you so much
Thank you,
for the honor of interviewing you.
Good to see you.
Likewise.